See, good evening, everyone. Let's get the ball rolling. See if we can get some folks on live here at Champions and Legends. Hey, Dawson, what's going on? There we go. Got some folks chiming in, going live today for the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour, where we hang out with gym owners and fitness pros, pro and amateur athletes, and healthcare professionals, just to give us their take on best practices of being the best version of yourself at any time. We also have this is really about us all becoming the best version of ourselves, as I said. So we're just gonna wait here and let a few more people come on board, hang out with us. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and welcome you guys. Welcome to the Champions and Legends Weekly Warrior Happy Hour. And basically it's brought to us by Champions and Legends. Champions and Legends produces CBD-based sports supplements for athletic preparation, performance, and recovery. So that's the whole gamut of what we do. Now, recently we launched, and you can go to championsandlegends.com and check out the products and all the information surrounding CBD that we can always use to be that best version of ourselves. And that's what it's all about. These products are really about adding it to your toolkit. Adding these products to your toolkit gives you that edge, gives you that opportunity to be the best version of yourself, whether you're just working out from the gym or whether you're a runner. Whatever you're doing, just stay with it. And this product really gives us an opportunity to get through our workouts, get into our workouts, maintain our workouts in a healthy way. And that's the example that I use for myself. But when Champions and Legends launched, we athlete partners really came on board strong, and actually we did it big. So let me just share with you who we have on board who is loving and using the Champions and Legends product. So we got James Harrison and Thor Bjornsson. James, Super Bowl champ. Thor, man's strongest man in the world, okay? World's strongest man. This guy just broke a deadlift record as well. World record, by the way. Then we have Adam Ondra and Tommy Caldwell. These are the two top rock climbers in the world, okay? So they're using the products. And then from the CrossFit space, we have Pat Vellner and Sarah Sigmundsdottir. That's right. And they're beasts in their space. And Sarah Sigmundsdottir is actually our first female athlete partner, and we're excited to have her on board. So now, I want to introduce you to our first guest. Now, I happen to know her personally, and she's done a lot with her life as well as her athletic career. So let me see if I can bring on my personal champion, Jelonda Jones. Let me see if I can find her here. There she is. Awesome. Let's see what we got. Jelonda, come on board. There she is. Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. I clean up, right? I clean up.
Oh, you clean up nice. You clean up nice. Yeah. Come on closer to the screen. I want to see you.
Closer. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Jelonda, thank you, and welcome to the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour. Now, I know you don't like to brag and everything, but I got some stats here that I need to run down for a second. Now, all I got is your forehead now.
Okay, so we about to see.
Okay, good. How do you like the pictures of yourself over here?
Okay, so you went digging for the one in the yellow. Yeah, you dug for that.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
Oh, Lord. Okay, all right.
But look, 1987, you were the Pan Am Games medalist, and then you were actually the U.S. champ in '89 as a heptathlete.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to explain what heptathlete means to everybody.
So the heptathlon is the female version of the decathlon, but you know that.
Right.
So does that mean you want to know like
No, not
events
every
in it?
event. I have to go through every
You
event. I
want to know
mean,
what the events are? So these are the events: hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200 on day one, long jump, javelin, and 800 on day two. You see these guns? Can you see them?
oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. I'm almost afraid to show mine. Wow. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Yolanda. You know, I mean, when you think about all those different events that you have to actually perfect to be a contender for the Olympics,
Okay.
and I mean, come on now. I mean, that's nothing to scoff at. I was in track and field. I was a long jump, triple jumper, and that's it. Every now and then I get into a sprint, you know, but you know, you're talking about 8 different
Seven.
events that you have to practice each day.
Seven.
Seven.
We mostly did like 3 or 4 a day.
Okay.
So
But your workouts had to be forever. 4 hours?
you know what? You know what's so it's funny. So yes, they took forever, and I mean they seem long when you're practicing all that stuff at the time. But now
Right.
that I'm older and I'm working out, and I'm like, man, 30 minutes is taking, it's taking forever.
Exactly.
I was just telling my girlfriend, like, we were beasts when we were younger, like, and just didn't have any idea that we
Weren't
were
we
beasts.
all? Now
Yeah.
let's there you go. Beast mode.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
got
that's me.
I got 3 of your events. There's a javelin, there's a shot put, and then of course the sprint.
That's a
And
long jump that you're looking at. That's
was
me
that
getting
long
ready to
jump
long
run
jump.
where you were
Yeah,
on?
that's the long
Okay.
jump. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
listen.
that one over to the right is me on this. I had a trading card, Sports Illustrated for Kids. So you went and found that
Right.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw the Sports Illustrated there. I was going to slap that out there a second ago, but go ahead. I appreciate you telling me
I mean,
that.
I'm just looking at it. So
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, 3-time NCAA champ.
yeah.
Okay. Now, I never personally got first place in NCs. I was on a team where we won NCs
Okay.
twice. But that's cool. But you actually year in and year out performed at the top level. You know, and
I was a beast. I
yeah,
was. But that's
yeah.
when I was a spring chicken. I'm in my 50s now. So
We'll see. You don't look like it. You don't look like it. So that's I'm glad you mentioned that because now we're transitioning to where you are now.
okay.
And you know, it's what you're doing now to stay in the game. Did you have some injuries back in college?
Oh yes, I had a lot of injuries. So I had to put my readers on because I'll be 55 in a couple of months. So I need to be able to see. I don't want to see blurry stuff. Age is something, right?
Right.
It sort of
Right.
happens and
But,
doesn't
you know,
matter because I
yeah,
work out.
the
But
whole idea is to be the best version of ourselves right
yourself.
where we are. Right.
Right. And
And
so yes, but yes, I had a ton of injuries. I have had 3 surgeries on my right knee, 1 surgery on my left knee. I tore my Achilles actually after competing, like when I was doing intramural stuff when I got older. Totally ripped in 2. I had to rehab that. So yeah. Oh, and then I separated my clavicle, so my bone sticks out right here. I was playing football, so you can see it's. Yeah, because look, man, I played receiver. Randy Moss reminds me of me. So you throw the ball anywhere, it's caught.
Yeah, in the church league. But
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was whooping men all day, every day. Don't even get it twisted.
no,
I played for the that a women. Well, I played for the HYLA, Houston Young Lawyers, when I was, a baby lawyer, and we played against grown men.
yeah.
And again, I look, I was checking off the line, so I cause separation, and they throw it to me, and it'd be on and pop. And in fact, that's how I got my clavicle injured because I caught 3 touchdowns on a dude, and he got angry, and then he started. And so he did this. That's all right. It don't matter. I still made the catch as if I was getting paid money.
Look at you. Look at you. Well, a competitor once, always a competitor. And, you mentioned that, like now, after all those injuries, what are you doing now to stay in shape?
So actually, my girlfriend is a personal trainer. She was an athlete at Rice when I was at the University of Houston. So I go work out at the toning zone.
Okay.
And she's very good at what she does. Her undergraduate degree is in like body stuff, and then her master's is from U of H is in like nutrition stuff. So she is able to create workouts for me that don't last more than 30 minutes. So I work
Really?
out. I work
At
out
30
3
minutes.
days. I try to work out 3 days a week for 30 minutes, and it looks like I work out all the time, doesn't it?
It does look like like
Okay.
you
Well,
work
she
out
knows
far more
exactly what
than
she's
30
doing.
minutes.
No,
Really? That's awesome. That's awesome.
she's very good at what she's had her business for 25 years. It's called the Toning Zone.
Okay, the toning zone.
Yeah, it's
Well,
over. It's over near the Audi dealership on Lexington. So like
mhm.
59 exit Greenbrier Shepherd. She's right there. She
Well,
owns her building. Yeah.
well, hey, maybe I'd like to extend her an invitation to come and chop it up with me, so
Oh,
she
I
can
will.
give us some tips on, things that we can do to stay in the game.
Absolutely. And she has video workouts. So if you don't want to leave because of COVID, I
Right?
did a video workout this week, and it's amazing how she can create weights out of your furniture. Like it's amazing how you think you would have went
Fantastic.
like an actual gym and you all sore and stuff, if you want to do that. So she's very good at what she does.
But that would be a fantastic thing to bring her on. That's a nice plug for her. That's a nice plug.
I will make sure I will tell her to do that, to come.
Yeah. So, okay, getting back to your injuries. So you've had some injuries, you had some recovery. So what did you do in your recovery process? Was it physical? Did you use over-the-counter products? What did you do?
No, so most of my injuries came when I was competing. So obviously I had an athletic trainer.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we did a number of things: whirlpool, ice, stretching, stem machine, you name it. So I never used any products. I couldn't even take birth control good, but that's another story for another day. So
Okay.
that's another story for another day. But when I got older, I actually hurt my back a couple of years ago, and my girlfriend actually rehabbed me. So I had to do stuff to strengthen my back because I don't feel like getting into it, but I hurt my back and my neck, and I'm fine. I'm 100% better now.
Right.
But my knees, because I had all the surgeries, I had meniscus were torn, 75% of the cartilage was removed from my right knee. So my knee used to always sort of seem weak. So what my girlfriend did was she strengthened the tendons and stuff around my knee. So I no longer have problems going downstairs, coming upstairs.
Right.
So it's for me, it's really convenient to have a girlfriend who's a personal trainer.
Right. So now, are you using anything to keep the inflammation down?
Ibuprofen.
Okay. So, I'll share with you that ibuprofen was a big thing for me for a while. And I realized that there have been some issues with gut health that result from using that on a consistent basis. So I'm going to share with you some things that you can do naturally to get the same results, if not better, and keep your health at the right level. Because as you said, being over the big 5-0, we got to be careful of what we put in our system, right? So I'm going to share with you some of the Champions and Legends products actually are designed just for that. In fact, all of them are for pain control, inflammation, and gut health as well. So there you go. So you hydrating, doing a little hydrating.
Yeah, this is water, but I put the little flavor from HEB, so it tastes better than water.
Right. So I wanted to ask you another question about your training now. So you say you're only getting 30 minutes a day.
30. No, I don't even do 30 minutes a day. I try to do 30 minutes 3 times a week.
Whoa, how do you stay so? I'll just stop.
No, well, so also I do portion control, right? And my girlfriend taught me portion control. When we were athletes, we would eat a lot, eat a lot of carbs. Well, I can't eat like I did when I was younger. And so and we don't like not eat anything. We eat everything. But it's portion control, and we always try to make sure we have green, vegetables every day. And so, yeah. So, I mean, I watch what I eat.
How tall are you?
Depends. If you ask my son, he'll say I'm 6 foot. If you ask my girlfriend, she'll say I'm 5'11", somewhere between 5'11" and 6 foot.
I mean, at the end of the day, you are an imposing character when you come in.
That's why I got voted off the Survivor.
And the reason I'm bringing that up, because I couldn't find a good picture, but you were on Survivor.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it just one time, because the thing is, you would have won that thing if it was just physical. And
This
you
is true.
intimidated that
Everybody.
entire cast.
You're right. I found the first food, which I found out later really bugged the guys because they were supposed to find the first food because they were guys. Anyway.
Well, that
And then I beat them, and then I beat all but one of the guys in the immunity that I won. So
Right.
yeah, that bothered them as well.
You would have had to win every immunity to stay in there because you had a target on your back after the first week.
Yes,
So, but my hats off to your exceptional performance in Survivor. So
if you say so.
that way, it is what it is. Now, okay, we've talked about your athletic career. Now, tell me, okay, so you were city council. Let me look at this. City council, school board member, and you're a criminal defense lawyer now.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
also do. I have a general practice, but people know me for criminal and family.
okay.
Mostly for criminal. I represented Paul Wall when they threw fake cases on him, and I got the case thrown out. So yeah.
Okay. So you're doing your thing. Now, again, I'm bringing up some things. Now, there was a point here where you actually pulled a hero move here in Houston.
Yeah, my son and I won a CNN Hero Award. I promise you, if you about to die, you want me to be around because I'm gonna save you.
Okay.
It's quite like that. But we were able to pull a 17-year-old girl out of a car that was. Well, first of all, we were able to figure out how to extricate her from the car because she was stuck. And then once we got her out of the car, I was able to pick her up and run with her because I'm pretty strong.
Yeah.
And then the car blew up and caught fire.
Yeah. That's some movie drama stuff,
Yeah.
But hey, it's nice to have a real hero in your head,
So we ain't scared.
Is there anything you want to share with me? I mean, because there's so many events. Because you were on the same team as Carl Lewis.
Yeah, Carl is my teammate. We ran together for Santa Monica. In fact, I wrote a book called Owning My Shit, which is S period, H period, I period, T period. It's an acronym for suffering, hardship, internalizing trauma. And Carl actually wrote the foreword to it.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Oh man, I would have definitely put that up. You're doing all kinds of things, Jelonda, and I really appreciate the fact that you're willing to come on. I know you're a very busy person with your legal career and all the other things that you have going on. Your Olympic pedigree at University of Houston with Carl Lewis and Kurt Baptiste
and Leroy Burrell, and Joe
Leroy
Deloach, and Stanley Floyd, and Mark McNeil, and Carol Lewis, and I can just keep going, but I won't.
Right. Well, and then
Frank Rutherford.
Now in their 50s, what are they doing? Are they staying in shape?
So Carl is an assistant coach at U of H. I'm his lawyer, or I'm one of his lawyers, and I'm also his friend. Obviously, he wrote the foreword to my book. Leroy Burrell is a head track and field coach, men's and women at U of H. He's my friend. I introduced him to his wife. We were all on the USA track and field team together.
Yeah.
And so I take credit for their kids. And Cameron, who's their oldest son, is currently ranked in the top 3 in the world in the 100 or long jump. So and his mom, Michelle Finn Burrell, who ran for track for Florida State in the United States. Those are his parents. They were both gold medalists in the Olympics. So
wow.
It makes sense that Cameron is probably going to be a gold medalist in the Olympics as well. But COVID has everything sort of stopped. But for sure, he made the Olympic team. But I also consult. And before COVID, I flew around the country and I speak. I'm a member of the National Speakers Association. I actually do Know Your Rights with the Police trainings, which I'll be doing one actually on I think the 30th for an organization out of LA.
Okay.
So, but it's going to be somewhere. I don't remember the details of it. So yeah, I stay busy.
Okay, you do stay busy. Well, one of these days you got to let me come out and work out with you and your trainer.
Okay.
Would that be cool? I don't know.
So I will ask her. I think I can probably pull that off since she is my girlfriend.
Okay.
But she has her own facility. She owns it. So support Black business.
Okay.
And she's had her business for 25 years. As a personal trainer, which I don't know any personal trainers who work for themselves.
Right.
And not like a big gym, but she has a niche market. She actually trained George Bush, the president, the first Bush, when he was jumping out of the airplane and
Yeah.
parachuting. He was 80. So she was charged with making sure he was, I guess he ain't die when he jumped out.
Right. Well, he had to stay in some physical shape.
Yeah. So she trained him for that.
Wow. I definitely want to talk to her. Just hear that story. That's a great story. Well, I mean, if you could give one tip for the general population, regular dudes like me, trying to stay in the game, trying to stay in shape.
Regular. You're nothing about you is regular. You won the Amazing Race. Like, really? That's what you're doing?
Well,
You sit up here and act like you're regular.
I'm trying
like you qualified for like the Olympic team and stuff, and you went. So you
well, I mean,
you are not regular.
I'm not that now. I'm trying to stay in shape now. I'm a regular guy now. I've done that, but that's, you know what I'm saying, where we are right now. So what tips can you give, you know, for folks just, again, trying to stay in the game, trying to just be the best version of themselves?
So the first thing I'd say is you need to keep moving, right? So you need to figure out a way to exercise.
Right.
You need to watch what you eat. My grandmother, my mother's mother, ate like most Black people do, and we see that we're paying for it during COVID because we're dying at much higher rates because we have a bunch of underlying conditions. Mm-hmm. But thankfully, I saw my grandmother have the underlying conditions, and the end of her life was very painful because she had, you know, diabetes, couldn't eat salt, couldn't eat just all these things. And so I learned at my grandmother died in 94. And I just remember thinking, I don't want for the last years of my life to be painful. I don't want to exist. I want to live. I don't want to have to cut stuff out of my diet. I don't want my organs failing.
Right.
So drink water. That's important, even if you have to flavor it, like I do. And then I also just think that in order to be a baller shot caller, especially as you age, is you've got to make sure you have good mental health. And in my book, I talk about some struggles. My dad killed himself. I was with my dad when he killed himself.
Wow.
When I was younger, I tried to kill myself because when your dad kills himself, and then two of my uncles killed themselves as well. So my grandmother literally lost 3 children to suicide.
Wow.
And when kids are telling you when you're younger, because they're so cruel, you crazy like your daddy, go be with your daddy. Well, if your daddy is dead, what are they telling you to do? Right. But I did go, and I talk about this all the time because we don't talk about it in the Black community, but I think it's extremely important that we have strong mental health. So if we're proud to tell people that we go to the gym and stay fit, I think we need to go speak to mental health specialists, which I did. Right. And I went from crying every day and being depressed and just sort of being stagnant.
You're an advocate. You're definitely an advocate.
I'm definitely an advocate for strong mental health. There's nothing embarrassing about going to see a psychologist. I certainly attribute that to me being in a healthy relationship, you know, and to just being able to deal with the difficulties of life and accepting that sometimes you need to talk to somebody to help figure it out. And so there's nothing that makes you weak. It makes you strong. And I really would like to say that, especially, well, to all people, but especially to Black people, because for whatever reason, it's a taboo in the Black community.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, it started off that way in the country, but, you know, athletes having their mental health is a big thing as well. And when you're looking at anxiety, I mean, we deal with anxiety in sport, right? And
always.
You know, when you're competing at the highest levels, or if you're out there on the golf course wanting to hit a good shot and everyone's watching, the anxiety levels are high. And actually our Perform line, the Champions and Legends Perform line, is designed to help you with that. So we'll talk a little bit more about CBD and how it does help you with
Talk to me about that.
Pain control. Yeah. Inflammation, and anxiety. And, you know, and that's a mental health scenario as well. So, you know, I appreciate you coming out, sharing your story with us. And then, of course, I mean, you've graced the airways. You know, you've done such a great job in your personal life, as well as continuing on through your career as an athlete. You're still an athlete. I don't care how old you get, you're still an athlete. And
you're right. I can drop and give you 20 right now. Maybe
What?
10.
I'm gonna hold you to that next time I see you. All right, so I'm gonna hold
Maybe
you.
10. For sure, I can do 10. I could probably
Okay,
do it.
okay. Well, I can still do 40 straight without rest.
You got me beat.
So
I just want to
still trying
look
to
like
stay in
I
the
can
game.
do 40.
Well, listen, Jolanda, thank you again so much. Continue to do the great work that you're doing, in the community as a lawyer, but as an activist. You're doing great
I'm
stuff,
an
and
activist.
you
I
always have my support. And if you ever want to bring back that Survivor Challenge, let me know, and I'd be glad.
You know
to.
what? You were a great host. You were better than Jeff Probst.
Oh my God! Now you really
Now,
get.
yes, you were. Yes, you were.
We
And
had
so
fun, and it was for a good cause. And anytime you're doing stuff, you got my support. All right.
I will. Thanks, Uchenna. I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you. Cheers. And I want to talk to your trainer.
Sharice. I'll make
Sharice is
sure.
okay.
Sharice. I'll make sure.
Right.
I'll have her call you. You can set it up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Cheers.
You're welcome.
Right.
Thanks, Uchenna.
Have a good evening.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. So Jolanda, I mean, as you can tell, she was a beast then and is a beast now. And we definitely need to talk to her more about the benefits of CBD in her life and get her off of those over the counter NSAIDs. So without further ado, let's just move on a little bit here. Again, this is the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour. Champions and Legends produces a hemp-derived CBD-based sports supplements for athletic preparation, performance, and recovery. So your whole athletic toolkit is filled with opportunity to actually stay in the game, be the best version of yourself in a healthy way. So my next guest actually spent some time in the NFL. And, I'm down in the South here, and the Cowboys are a big thing here. Even though I'm in Texan territory, the Cowboys are still huge. In fact, all over the world. Next up, I got Josh Thomas. Let me see if he's out there. Let's see here. I don't see him out here. Okay. Let's see where Josh is. Okay. Well, we'll wait for Josh to come around. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just wait for Josh to come and join us here. Now, I know he's a pro football player. I know he didn't chicken out. So, anyway, so what I can talk about until Josh comes and joins us is the Champions and Legends line. So we have a prepare, perform, and recovery. And in the prepare line, it's this pre-workout pain control. And I'm going to use myself as the example. When I get ready to work out, in the beginning, it's like rickety knees. My back is still a little bit sore, and I'm trying to warm up. Well, I will start off with some topicals, or I will also use the soft gels in the evening, so that I can actually take a soft gel, get myself going earlier in the morning, and then my workout is at least a bit easier, and I've reduced the pain that I have before I work out. Okay, and then once I get going, then it's on. And that prepare is really important, because when you're stretching, when you're warming up, you have to make sure that you are ready to work out before you go. Because that's where injuries really happen, is in the beginning if you don't warm up properly. Now, the perform line is really about anxiety. It's about stress control. Example, I have some golfing friends who, I think I mentioned it just recently, that, trying to be the man on the first tee can put you in an interesting situation stress-wise. Or if you're that ball player, you know, you've had a slump for 2 or 3 games and you're in your head about it. Well, to perform oral spray, it's really about taking that edge off and helping you get back in the zone so that you can power through your workout. Now, I think athletes spend most of their time in the recovery stage. We may play a game for 2.5 hours. We may work out for 3 hours at a time, but the rest of the time is about recovery. And, you know, the soreness of you know, muscle soreness, the joints really get to screaming after you've put in a very intense workout. And you have to attend to that, of course, with icing and the other, you know, the methods that you use. But the Champions and Legends line is a wide line of recovery products. Now, of course, there's the tincture, which you can take and mix with foods or drinks, take orally. You can also add to your daily regimen the soft gels as well. And then there's the topicals. It's a great roll-on gel that you can roll on the exact areas. There's rubs, there's creams where you can take care of those body parts that are giving you the most trouble. Now, of course, after you've had a long workout, maybe a day or two later, you're dealing with, you know, delayed muscle soreness. Well, put on that rub to increase blood flow, decrease inflammation. Boom, you're on your way back to recovering properly, right? So those are some of the descriptions. I guess I could say descriptions or some overview of the products that Champions and Legends has, because they're great products, and you need to go to championsandlegends.com and check them out. Let's see if Mr. Thomas is here. I still don't see him. Real locker room talk. I like that. All right. Kevin Richards is out there. Let's see here. Well, I don't see him yet. All right. Well, I'm going to give him an opportunity to come. Let me see. I'll go out and call him. Let's see about that. Search for him. No. Well, looks like you might not make it. That's all right. All right. So anyway, what I'll do, that's who was supposed to be here. And he did play for the Cowboys. And I'm waiting for him to show up. I'm trying to give him time before I sign off. All right. Well, my guest has not shown up, and I don't see any reason to keep us going other than the fact that I appreciate you coming and joining the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour. And man, it's been good. It's been good. And thank you, Jolanda Jones, for joining us. And I just want to say, when you're looking to be the best that you can be at whatever level of athlete that you are, you know, it's real important to, you know, just take care of yourself one step at a time. And I personally, I work out just about every day. I try to watch my nutrition, and and when I need to, I use what's in my toolkit. And Champions and Legends has put good tools in your kit. Go to championsandlegends.com cbd.com and join the team. So I wish you the best. We'll see you next week, and stay positive and have fun. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.